Oh yeah, how's it going? Colin Daniel from riffninja.com here to give you a taste of what you're going to learn on my new strumming course. If you want to find out more about it, riffninja.com/strumming. And let's get on with this lesson. We're going to use D, C, and G for this. It's what I call a 5-4-1 progression. D is 5, C is 4, G is 1. And I'm just going to show you some steps to making a chord progression sound more interesting. What we have here in this chord progression is half a bar of D, half a bar of C, and a full bar of G. It's in the key of G, G major. The G is the featured chord. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a quarter strum for each chord change. Now you could do quarters for each beat like this. You could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Or you could do straight eights, which would be like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. When I'm doing the straight eights, you got to remember that the D and the C chord are half a bar each. So you're going to go 1 and 2, and that's half a bar of D. Then 3 and 4, and that's the other half bar of the C. And now a full bar of G. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And I'll do that one more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And speed it up a little now. So that's a straight eighth. Now, the reason for this lesson is to make you aware that the strum can be an incredible influence on such common chords as D, C, and G. You'll hear as I've slowly, like if I start with the quarters, it's really plain. You know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go to the eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and even going to eighth notes really dresses it up. I like to combine quarters and eighths. That's really good. So for example, for the D, I might go 1, 2, and so quarter note strum for the first beat. 1, 2, and now I got to go to the third beat for the C, and that'll be a quarter strum. 3, and then eighth note for the fourth beat. 4, and then to the G. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and because the G is one full bar, I'll just strum the quarter once to stress that chord. I'll go 1, and then 2, and 3, and 4, and so in the end you get this. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, that's starting to get more interesting, right? Now I'm going to make it even more interesting. I'm going to add the roots to each. And the roots, the single note bass line. Same timing, but adding the bass note. That's count 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And all I'm doing is taking the root note of each of the chords. The root note of a D chord is the open D string, fourth string. So you pluck that first, you go 1, and then a down up strum, 2, and you go to the C chord, do the same thing. This time the root note's on the 5th string, 3rd fret, 3, and then 4 and a down strum, and then to the G, root note on the 6th string, 3rd fret, 1, and then 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now it sounds like this together. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now I added an 8th note to the D and the C bass note. I went 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. And that's a good trick too, the double up on your bass note. It emphasizes it more. It depends on the song you're trying to play, but those are really good ideas. And last but not least, you could use the notes out of your chord as part of the strum too if you wanted. For example, you could go and you could count each stroke of your pick out as a strum. Like for example, you could go 1 and 2 and. Now all I'm plucking is first the root, 1 and then the 2nd string, leaving the D chord down. So it's going to go 1 and 2 on the 2nd, and then and on the 3rd string. 1 and 2 downstrokes, 1 and then another downstroke, 2 and upstroke for the 3rd string. For the C, you go bass note twice. That's on the 5th string, 3rd fret. Bass, bass. Then the 2nd string, down on the 2nd string, and up on the 3rd string. So now you get. Now I've combined bass notes, arpeggio, and strum together. Now I'm going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. See, if you knew some basic fractioning of your strums, then you can apply that same rhythms, the same techniques you learned in your strumming to single notes and arpeggiation, a single note arpeggio. Like arpeggio is just the notes in the chord. That's all it is. You're taking the notes in the chord and picking through them. So you could apply that to the same rhythm fractioning like I did here. And you could actually come up with a lot of different combinations. If you'd like to find out more about my strumming course, again, it's riffninja.com/strumming. And good luck, folks, and we'll see you again.